me, and he is a landscape pseudo wildlife photographer like me. Anyways, he has a Z7 II. He recently went to that a couple of years ago. That was his choice. He's got a 24-120 f4 lens also with that. And I don't think he has any other Z-mount lenses. Anyways, he was inquiring about the Z8 and the bird in flight settings in it and how well it worked. So I told him I was the wrong person to ask because I wasn't a bird in flight person and I really sucked at it. So I got a hold of Phil Thatch down in Chattanooga and asked him about the BIF settings and how the camera performed doing that. And Phil gave it a five thumbs up, okay? Anyways, I let my friend know. But while I was talking to him in the chat box on Facebook Messenger, I happened to click over on the B&H site, and lo and behold, the price increase that they had on September the 1st has been modified. And let me show you, for example. I went to look at a Nikon Z8, and I'm going to bring that up on the screen real quick, right here. And I was going to get a price for him because I knew they had increased the prices. Well, they're on sale right here for $500 off. They're back down to $37.96. Now, I think Phil probably got his for $34.96 a long time ago. But that's just for the body only. So that's good. They went back down on their prices. So I started checking some other things. And I remembered that the Nikon Z6ii had gone up. Okay. And I went and checked that, and I said, oh, look, it's on sale, back on sale too for $21.96. So I think I think the Nikon price increase on September the 1st, something's happened here, okay? Either Nikon has decided to absorb the tariffs on their own, or they figured something out, or is it just B&H? It's not just B&H. Let me show you my favorite camera store, which is Murphy's Camera in Kentucky. And I went and looked at their site for the Z8, and they're on sale also. So it's not just B&H, okay? It is, there you go, $37.99, B&H. Let's go back to the Z8 here. Let me get back one more. $37.99. So they're both the same price. So I think Nikon has had a change of heart, okay? I don't know if the people have spoken and they heard, or did something happen with the tariffs? I don't know, or maybe these cameras are stockpiled in the United States somewhere already. But anyways, I did some other checking too. If you remember the Nikon 100-400 lens, I was kind of looking at the purchase. It has also come back down. It's not back down to where it was. I think it was $24.46, but it has come back down to $400. It was $29 last week when I was on the live stream talking about this. Did you glue a beard on? You don't have one on your last. Yeah, well, that was 2 weeks ago, Woody. I'm growing my winter coat. Getting ready for my trip in October up there in your neck of the woods. So yeah, the one I had the video I did 2 weeks ago, I was just starting, okay? I just started it. Anyways, I wanted to get on here real quick and show you that these sales are on again. So if you were thinking about buying a Nikon piece of equipment, the prices went up on September the 1st. Well, here it is, the 12th of September, and now they're back down. It says that these prices are good. They say over here on Murphy's, they're good till September 28th. So, I did notice a few things, though, like over at Murphy's, they don't have any 180-600s. They're out of stock on those. They are $21.99 if they had one. And let's see if B&H has got a 180-600. Yeah, they got one in stock, $21.96. But what I like ordering from Murphy's, and you guys probably know a few of these places too. If I order from Murphy's and they ship it to Tennessee, there's no sales tax. I don't know what the deal was with the two states, the reciprocity thing or whatever it is, but there's no sales tax coming from Kentucky into Tennessee. Now, I understand there's a few other camera stores in the USA that are kind of like that. I don't know where they are exactly. You guys probably know about them. I'm poor. I don't have any money for gear right now, so I'm just on here reporting it all. I'm going to flip over to the Nikon rumor site, And what I was really interested to see is if Nikon Rumors had reported this pricing changes. Let's see. Am I in the right place? I don't think it's the right place. Is this it? No, this is not Nikon Rumors. Nikon. This is that new camera place. Nikon Rumors. Yeah. Oh, here you go. Right here at the top. New Nikon rebates for September started in the U.S. And that is today. It was posted today. So I'm right at the front end of this, the cutting edge of this. And you go right down here, the list. Here's the list that they've got. Okay, the D780, the D850, the Z50 Mark II. So they've got some rebates going on right now. The ZF is $21.96. The Z6ii is $26.96 for the Z6ii. I didn't see that this morning. Let me go look at this over here at Murphy's. I thought it was 21. Yeah. $21.99 for a Z6ii body only. Okay, it was $26.96. It's down $500. And then the Z8 is back down from $42.96 back down to $37.96. So there you go. The prices have come down a little bit on some of the Nikon gear. Well, Woody, you know, I live halfway between Knoxville and Nashville. We do have a camera store in Knoxville, and the name of that is F32. And they're not really a brand store. They have Sigma and Canons, and I think you can get anything you want there, really. They're not really like a Nikon store or something, but they do have a rental department, which is nice. If you want to rent some gear, they have camera bodies and lenses you can rent, and they're only like 55 miles from me. So if I was going to the Smokies and I needed to rent a lens for 3 or 4 days or a week, I could just slip by there and pick it up on the way. I don't have to deal with an out-of-state company like a lens rental or something. I have rented a D500 for them one time when mine was in the shop being worked on, and you know, it was a good deal because I knew the D500 was easy to set up for the shoot I needed. I had to have it to do a shoot I was being paid for. There used to be a store in Nashville, and that has closed. It was called Drury's, D-R-U-R-Y, and from what I understand, Roberts in Indianapolis bought them out. It was a pretty big store. They had a really significant used department. It was fairly good sized store for Nashville. So, you know, that's all I know. I don't, you know, I miss the old days when you could walk into Ritz Camera or Wolf Camera or one of them places. I'm sure you remember those places, and you could just kind of browse around if you wanted to. They'd get cameras out and let you hold them. It'd be nice to have something like Jared Poland has as one of them Allen's cameras down here, where you could go in and check out gear and stuff, you know, where they were a photographer's store, okay, for photographers. Let's see what they got in the lenses now. Some of the lens prices have come back down. The Nikon Z14-30 is back down to $11.96. And, oh, look here. The Z50mm 1.8S lens is down to $566. That's a pretty good price. And what else they got? I was looking at the 100-400. Let me see what that's at. Here it is. So yeah, the 100-400 came back down to $25.46. Now these are not. I don't think these are. Based on my last report, I don't think these are taking off every bit of money that they added to them. Okay, so like the 100-400, I want to say it used to be $24.46. It's now $25.46. I think it was $500 off in the last update I gave. And what else they got down here? Yeah, 40mm f2 is $216. That's a pretty good price if you want a 40mm. I'm not looking for one. Let's look at the F-mount lenses. Yeah, they've got rebates on them too. So across the board, Nikon has backed off on their pricing quite a bit. And I just wanted to get on here real quick. It's a real quick live stream. I don't have anything else to talk about because today is a very important day here on the farm. The parents are moving in to their house, to the mobile home next door. And we got it finished. They got the block wall, the block footer, the skirting, the block. They did block skirting. Let me see if I can pull up something real quick and show you that. Let's see if I can do this or not. Let me close out this browser. I've got a whole bunch of videos, okay, and time lapses. Here, let me show you this time lapse real quick, okay? Watch this. Okay, this is the trailer. This was just a couple days ago. The morning they started the block work on that, and I did a time lapse video of it. And you can see them just running around there. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what they were doing. And this is literally like 200 feet from my house, okay? Or maybe 150 feet. And I'm going to pull forward here so you can get to the end of it and see. But you can see what it looks like. That's them cutting that block. I thought it was pretty cool in the time lapse. There was a lot going on. This was on, what's today? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. There was a lot going on Wednesday. You know, we even had, I'm going to do a whole video on this mobile home install, so I just wanted to show you this real quick. This is what I got to do today. I got to help the parents move out of their rental apartment and move down here to the trailer, okay? So we're going to be busy today getting them moved and what have you. And I got a lot of help today. It's just me, myself, and I, so the three of us are going to be able to tackle this, I hope. So there you go. That is what the finished product looks like after they did all that block work. Okay. Yeah, Rodney, I'm going to do a complete video of the mobile home install. I did some drone footage, and I actually got it all the way from when they dug the footer to the final part. Even while we were building the deck, I got time lapses of that. And I was looking at the files the other day, and it looks like the entire video will probably be about, I don't know, 15 minutes long. So it'll be easy to watch the whole process. And, you know, I think a lot of people, they don't know what it takes to do something like this. And I didn't, okay? Anyways. But listen, hey, I'm going to get off here. I just wanted to get on here and update everybody on the prices. Hope y'all have a nice weekend. And I'll talk to y'all later, okay? We'll see you. Bye-bye.